So this was last week, but I still want to talk about it. The Indiana Jones and the Great Circle trailer. There's a lot of, I mean, I'm an Indiana Jones nerd. I'm excited for it. Like when I say I'm an Indiana Jones nerd, Golden Idol and Holy Grail, not just one. I have both of the things that you can buy. So I'm a big fan of the franchise. So the idea of a next gen style adventure game with Indy makes me very, very happy. Like seriously, like I'm super stoked for this. And then obviously last week was this big
Let me tell you what you are missing,
direct.
Dr. Jones.
Let me turn this down a smidge.
While you were playing your pointless game, I was playing you. You're wondering if maybe you should have built yourself a life of meaning instead of ending up here, dead and forgotten in the sense of Africa.
Like having said this, who they've gotten and what they've done with the villain is absolutely fantastic because they did confirm that this takes place between Raiders and Last Crusade, which is the golden era of Indy, which means we're getting a lot of punching of Nazis, which fuck yeah, let's go. And for this character, they're very clearly, I feel like, kind of went in with the direction of like, hey, Mads Mikkelsen's the bad guy in Dial of Destiny. Let's make the bad guy for the Great Circle look like him because Mads Mikkelsen absolutely rules. And I don't blame them for that. But anyway.
And forgotten in the sense of Africa.
That's a great model, though. Like we're going to get to my biggest issue with this and possible issue. Maybe it's not an issue. I don't know. But they did a pretty good job with Indy, with the character model for Indy, because everyone knows what Harrison Ford looks like. And that's a pretty damn good model. Yeah, he headbutted him. And Todd Howard, obviously,
Myths.
Bethesda, Starfield.
History. Just different ways to interpret the past. Thousands of years of humanity's thoughts and beliefs.
Like, the atmosphere looks amazing. Do not get me wrong. Like, what they've built. I love that there's very clearly puzzles.
To be found.
Like, it looks beautiful.
Can't just run away from your problems, Indiana.
There's a whip, so we're happy with that.
Watch me.
Why is this game first person? And I understand saying this, that it is not 100% a first person game because they made a point saying when you do traversal and cutscenes, it is third person. You will see Indiana and Indy and stuff like that. But it's an Indiana Jones game. Like, I get that. How to word this correctly? It's one of those things where it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't. We were talking. I was personally talking, not we, but I was talking with coffee ghost tea and stuff like that. And it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. Because if you don't, it turns into, oh, this is just Uncharted, but with Indiana Jones, or this is just Tomb Raider. But if you do, it's like, why can't I see Indiana Jones? I'm playing an Indiana Jones game. I want to be Indiana Jones. Pay Harrison less for his likeness. Honestly, that probably might be part of it. Also, Machine Games, who's made the recent Quake and Wolfenstein games, those are first-person games. So the developer of this game does first person, and that's fair. But like, I want to play Indiana Jones. I want to see the fedora. That's the first time that sentence has ever been said. I want to see that fedora. I want to see Harrison Ford. And by the way, if you couldn't tell because of that, Troy Baker is Indiana Jones in this. I almost said Harrison Ford because it's the same person at this point. Troy Baker is Indiana Jones. That man is a mimic. It's wild. But like, this game looks amazing. You get the whip play. There's a Wilhelm scream.
History,
don't like the spider.
mankind has built sites of great spiritual significance. If you
Going back, just for emphasis.
Throughout history, mankind has built sites of great spiritual significance. If you were to draw a line through these ancient sites around the globe, you get a perfectly aligned circle.
That's a pretty good young Harrison Ford. And that is Troy Baker. And there's nothing lost on me the fact that Troy Baker has now replaced Mark Hamill as the Joker and Harrison Ford as Indiana Jones. That's wild. Like, there's the Star Wars and the whole Lucas of it all. It's wild to me. But like, Troy Baker is a mimic. And I very much like that. But anyway, the game looks amazing. They're very clearly emphasizing puzzles and the thought process behind it, which is the whole point of Indiana Jones. The whole point of Indiana Jones is that he's smart. He's a professor. He has tenure, I'm pretty sure. You can't miss that much classes and not have tenure. Excuse me. It's the first person of it all.
I've had run-ins with these guys before. Trust me, it ain't a walk in the park.
Okay, then. Let's see if you can keep up.
What do you mean if I could keep up?
Like, don't get me wrong. I'm stoked to punch Nazis in first person because that's going to be amazing. But like, it's like, I want this. I want, like, don't show off all of the cutscenes in the trailer and then be like, oh, by the way, 90% of the game won't look like this. You're not even going to see Indiana Jones in the Indiana Jones game. Like this is cool. Like, don't get me wrong, jumping from plane to plane, that's awesome.
Patron of the fallen angels. Protector of the
But like,
Chukulimani. The Great Circle.
they did a great job on Harrison Ford, though, on that model.
You have any idea how old that was?
And don't get me wrong, I'm playing this the moment I can because I am absolutely an Indiana Jones nerd. Do not get me wrong. I love Indiana Jones. I will be playing this as soon as I can. I just kind of wish it wasn't first person, but also that's me as a fan. Like, I want to be Indiana Jones. I think I joked either in this stream or on a previous video of how you could literally just mod Uncharted and just recoat and reskin Nathan Drake as Indiana Jones and I'll be happy. But that's not Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones is less, despite it being one of the most iconic action franchises there are, is less actiony than a Nathan Drake. He is more intelligent. He is more thought-based. He is more stealth. He's not just, hey, here's a gun, take care of everything. Because that is a big thing with the Uncharted games, is like, we can't disrupt anything. And then he just kills like an entire army's worth of people. Like, that is a thing that is a major common complaint about the Uncharted games. So this is a way to, I don't want to say combat, but like kind of be a counter to that, where it's like, hey, you can still be Indiana Jones. You can still do the puzzles. You can still be stealth. You can still use your whip and non-lethal ways to take care of your enemies. But at the same time, let me see him more often, y'all. You know? I don't know. That might just be something that I just need to come to terms with. I don't know. What do y'all think? Let me know. Regardless, I'm playing it as soon as I can. So these are all like minor complaints. I'm super stoked for this game. But also, what do you think? Should it have been first person? Should it have been third person? Let me know. all that good stuff.